Hey everyone, and welcome to Rip and Tear, the series about cool Doom WADs. And today we are going to have a look at Torment and Torture, which is a 4-episode Doom WAD for Doom 2. So as you could see, you could choose between different classes or something. I have not really tried it, so I took the Marine, which is probably the default one. So as you can see, Torment and Torture uses assets from different games, most notably Quake. It also uses some custom monsters, which are pretty nice, like a new Cacodemon with some more shots, and some kind of dark imp with homing missiles, which is kind of nice. It also features voice acting, which is actually not bad, and it's pretty nasty overall, this map. So this is the first map. It is a pretty non-linear map, in which you have to collect the free keys to proceed, and you can collect them in any order you like. Overall, the difficulty is pretty tough. I died a lot, and I edited most of my deaths. I still left one just for fun, which occurs later on. So you can see here a new monster, which is kind of satyr or goatman or something. I don't know what they do exactly, because I never let them close to me. The ammo situation in the map is pretty scarce. You have to manage your ammo correctly, but since I'm not very good at Doom compared to Quake, I mess up some stuff, and sometimes I am just out of ammo. You will see later on. So I intend to play through all the maps in this WAD, which I'm guessing has like 40 maps or something. I think the only way to play this WAD is through GZDoom, well, GZDoom, which I'm using. I'm not very sure if you can play with other ports. The WAD doesn't prevent you from jumping either, so I'm using the jump at one point. Here's the Cacodemon I was talking about. He fires 3 projectiles instead of 1. And he's as weak as the other one, so that's really a threat in themselves. This first map is pretty interesting. It is a blend of the medieval Quake style with the terracotta texture set. It also features the runic set, which was prominent in the episode 3 of American McGee. And there's also a more medieval Romero-like part, which is kind of neat. It's pretty rare to see that in Doom, and I think it works quite well. I also like the kind of castle feel you get with all these stained glasses and the carpet, the banners, stuff like that. It's pretty nice. This map is rather big. It has like 200 monsters, I think, which is a very good number. Here's the Dark Imp with his homing missile. I was not aware of, since I'm playing this WAD blind mostly. I'm playing on normal because even in normal, the map is very challenging already. You get all these Hell Knights and Barons of Hell and lots of nasty monsters. Basically, I'm not sure what they do. They use the death gimmick from the Cyclops Heretic, if you're familiar with the game. Having played Heretic again after so many years, it's nice to see some stuff like that. Heretic is one of my favorite games as far as Doom engine games go. I think it's better than Doom 2. Well, that's just my opinion, right? If I were to rank the Doom games, it would probably be Doom, Doom 64, Doom 2, Doom 3, and probably Heretic and Exxon before Doom 2 and after Doom 64. Why do I love Doom 64 so much? Well, it's just so different. Like, the game is really dark, it has a very kind of frightening soundtrack, new sound effects. It's really something else. There is I think 2 total conversions that can run Doom 64 on the PC. I think it's named Absolution TC, and the other one is Doom 64X or something like that. I think one of them requires you to download the ROM from the N64 to run it. These 2 Arachnotrons and the Spider Mastermind have a railgun, just like in Quake 2, complete with the sound effect and sprites, which is kinda neat. You will see them later on. Overall, I think this map is a cool introduction to the WAD. It's not perfect. Like, some more indications would have been nice. Especially at one point there was a door. I tried to open the door with a pentagram at the beginning of the video, which I couldn't. I think some indications as to why I couldn't open it would have been nice. You have to look for a switch or something.
It smells like death and danger in here. That could just be my aftershave.
Archviles. As much as I like Doom, I do not like fighting Archviles. I think they're a gimmick enemy, not very good to fight. Not very interesting either. They're more annoying than anything else. Revenants are a cool monster and very dangerous if you do not pay enough attention to them, and if you do not move fast enough. Which Doom level designers like to put them in small arenas where you get your ass kicked immediately. Very vicious enemy for Revenant. I like the flow of the level, mostly. It's always impressed me how Doom level designers were able to create interesting layouts on a 2-dimensional plane. If you're familiar with Doom, you know of course that you cannot build rooms on top of each other. I've always been designing levels for 3D games. Well, I began with Warcraft 2, but I moved on with Quake and Half-Life and Unreal, and it's really surprising how clever layouts can be in Doom. It's really something alien to me because I'm so used to 3D layouts with verticality, lots of stuff on top of each other, interconnected levels. But it's really interesting to see how they managed to do it in Doom and have very interesting layouts. I think the layout could have been better though. But other than that, it's really neat. I like this room. I like the light effects, the small shafts of the light. Oops. It's very odd, but it looks good. Here I assumed I would be I would have to find a switch, but I couldn't find one, so I just jumped on the altar. Since the WAD doesn't prevent it, I imagine it was meant to be that way. Some WADs force the jump off, so you cannot jump, but this one doesn't. Just do it. Wow. Good old quick rocket spamming. Well, Doom rocket spamming, sorry. Here I don't have enough ammunition to kill all those guys, so I'll have to backtrack a bit. Fortunately, Doom is a very fast game. Doom guy runs so quickly. Backtracking isn't an issue at all in Doom, in my opinion. In other games where the player is incredibly slow, it's tiresome, but not in Doom. I don't mind backtracking in Doom. So you need to see the parallel between these guys and the Shambler in a Quake. Like, you have to be close to them if you want to deal maximum damage with the double shotgun and they fire at you. The only difference between the two, of course, is that the Hell Knights and Barons of Hell do not attack melee, unlike the Shambler, who is able to just rip you to pieces. The film is pretty all over the place. It's kind of hard to pinpoint exactly what it is. It's a mix of bass and runic and vinyl and stuff like that. It's really weird. This was the door I was talking about earlier. I'm looking for switches and secrets and all, but I don't find anything. If you can message like this door is open elsewhere or stuff like that, that'd be nice. This is one of the top ranked WADs, Doom World. I think it also won a CAC award, which is like a prestigious award. So it's not something. It's definitely not your average WAD. This top class here. There is a backpack in the water that I did not see. I'm pretty sure that's some ammo and all, but just get right past it. Don't know why I had to kill everyone in this room. Just having fun, I guess. Yeah, it almost has 300 monsters. So even if I prefer Quake to Doom, I would take Quake any day over Doom. Doom is very much a very good FPS still. It's very interesting how the difference between the two. Like Doom has more horde combat, it has a lot of monsters, more hits can monsters. Quake has a much has a lot fewer monsters, but they have so much synergy between them. You can create very interesting setups. Not so much in Doom. The sheer number is much more threatening than a good combo with fiends and ogres and stuff like that, or boars and fiends. It's kind of interesting, but I like Doom. I like the board combat, but I prefer Quake is more cerebral, I think, in its selection. I think you have some clever setups, sometimes very nasty, very vicious. Well, you do have some in Doom, but not so much as in Quake, in my opinion. These guys you do not even have to kill. I just realized that at this point where I see the some corridors. The thing that's very interesting with Doom is how alive the community still is. You would think, since Quake is like
Damn, that's an evil machine.
it's like so much better, to me at least. I consider Quake to be one of the best games ever made, and it's one of my favorites too. You would think that the Quake community would be bigger and more active. Well, no. Doom's is more active. Even if you still have releases for Quake, very quality releases. Like there is a level that was released recently called Backstein Gothic, or Gothic, I don't remember exactly, which is one of the best levels I've ever played in my entire life, for any game. But Doom, well, they released WAD so quickly. It's very interesting to see. And if you're familiar with 4chan, there is the retro game channel, well, board, which has a Doom thread. And when the thread expires, there's another one created just seconds later, and it's always full of recommendations. There are some people who are showing their work, some very interesting stuff. With the new editors and new ports that can create sloped surfaces or stuff like that. So here is something you do not want to do at home. You will see in a moment. Do not do that. I completely forgot. I always get confused with the small sprite the rocket leaves when it explodes, and the damage it deals just mind-blowingly high. Doom guy doesn't resist rocket fire as much as Ranger in Quake. I like the animated sky too, it's pretty nice. Something you do not see in vanilla and Doom. was probably a feature of GZDoom, I'm not very sure. Here I have a serious kamikaze. They act exactly like their counterparts in the series now. They just run to you and blow up. I was watching the video earlier in sped mode, just to see if everything worked correctly. And it's funny to see how the other monsters in Doom, like when you heard them, they have this noise they make, and when it's sped up, it's almost exactly like the cultists screams from blood. If you remember that game, there's this very high scream, and it's almost like this, almost. Yeah, I reloaded here, so don't worry about the cut. I just messed up a bit because I just died, and there's so many people in the arena below. You wouldn't believe it. There's something I always found weird in Doom, is how inconsistent the bestiary is. Something that I way prefer in Quake is that the monsters are very coherent. You can see they all have some common points. Well, I'm not talking about the base monsters, of course, the Grunt and the Enforcer, but I'm talking about all the demon monsters. Well, not counting the Ogre, of course. But like the Fiend, the Vole, the Chandler, the Scrag even, they, you can see they have the same origin, pretty much. The Knights and the Hell Knights, not so much. But it's really weird in Doom, like you have these cybernetic monsters, like the Arachnotron, the Cyber Demon and stuff like that, and you have other things like the Imp and stuff. Really weird. It's more like a melting pot than something really coherent, but it still gets the job done.
Uh-oh.
These tree stumps are just nasty, really vicious. These guys, they take a beating. There we go. So if you've been watching my Dishonored Rigmore Witches playthrough, apparently Arcane has released a patch that fixes the save bug in the last mission. Hello! I'm just chilling. And I will most probably return to it and finish it, how it works. I still have to upload the second part of the Gangs of Dunwall video, but I will do it. I think I already have it processed. Now this part took me a while to do it correctly. I mean, there is a shotgun in the room and just left. I didn't see it, it's almost impossible to see. But yeah, I had to reload so many times because I got blew up by the kamikaze, or I just did something wrong. So just backtracking, looking for ammo. Fortunately, I took everything. No luck here. Ah, here we go. There is a secret area nearby, which has a weapon with ammunition, but it does nothing when you fire it. It just plays the animation and does no damage at all. Not sure what it does.
That was almost too easy.
Now we arrive in an arena with a supercharge in the middle, 4 teleporter pads, so you imagine there is something coming. Yeah, there is a boss fight here. And surprisingly enough, the music track that plays is the Space Marine one from Unreal Return to Natali. Which, if you played the game, or if you haven't, plays when you are ambushed by the Space Marines on top of the Prometheus spaceship. It's a nice track, but it's a pain in the ass to just kill these guys and the Space Marines. This boss is so easy.
Next time, I'll remember to keep my mouth shut.
So I'll see you next time for the second level in this Rip and Tear series. So, see you next time, leaving you with the intermission screen.
Slowly you step out of the catacombs, leaving them behind you. Your hands are blood red like sky hanging over you. You managed to pass the outer defense belt of this hellish installation and got one step closer to the dark portal. You can already smell the stench of molten steel and incinerated flesh. This has just begun.